Hi, I'm Scott Stein, and what I have in front of me here is the Sony Vaio S Series 13P. Now, that's a mouthful for a line that has been around for a couple of years now. The Vaio S is Sony's mid-range to slightly premium laptop line. It's a step above the E Series. They have a 13 and 15-inch model, and the important thing to know is that these aren't ultrabooks. This 13-inch laptop is a regular laptop, which means that it's got a full voltage processor and some more features that you're not going to find on an ultrabook. You know, you're going to have an optical drive, you're going to have better graphics, you're going to have a larger hard drive, that type of stuff. And the Vaio S previously was kind of a mixed bag. The ones I had looked at tended to have middling battery life that required you to buy an extra slice battery for $150 more, and some features that were okay, but didn't really stand out that much from the pack. The new Vaio S comes in 3 different flavors, starting as low as $799, but the one I reviewed is the premium edition that starts at $1119. The configuration I looked at is $1199. Now that matches up with a 13-inch MacBook Pro. And what you get here, I think, is a lot more impressive than what Apple offers in the MacBook Pro. In fact, it's the feature set I wanted in the first place. This is 3.7 pounds, a lot lighter than the 4+ pounds you get on fuller-sized laptops. This has a slot-loading optical drive. It has a new Core i5 processor, 640GB hard drive, 6 gigs of RAM, NVIDIA GeForce 640 graphics, which are really nice, although they're not super spectacular. They get the job done. And you also get a higher resolution 1600 by 900 display. So you get higher resolution graphics, and you also can get a slightly larger desktop for your 13-inch screen. It's kind of like the sweet spot. And even better, the battery life on this is much improved. Got about 5.5 hours plus running our tests, which is good enough to get you going for a day. It's not super spectacular, but it's definitely far, far better. And you know, what more would you ask for? There's a larger trackpad. It's a little finicky, but it's much better than what had existed before. Backlit keyboard, and there you go. Now, I might have some quibbles about the strange speed/stamina toggle switch up here. Message to Sony, that's a really confusing button and not really needed anymore, because with NVIDIA graphics there's automatic graphics switching already, and you can tweak your performance settings internally. So what does this really do? It's kind of a physical toggle that you don't really need and clutters up the space a tiny bit. The Sony Vaio S is a really good laptop this time around, and the 13P might be a little bit too premium for some. That's got things like TPM. If you don't know what that is, you don't need it. It's got a fingerprint reader and some optional SSD storage capabilities. But that's really for a lot of small business use, I think. You might want to go with the enhanced version instead. Check out Sony's site for their somewhat confusing layout of pricing options. I'm Scott Stein, and that's a look at the new 2012 Sony Vaio S 13-inch.